So, for the next new iPad mini, a big upgrade of an A17 we put inside, and possibly the camera might also be rotated to be on the horizontal side instead of being vertical this time round. I want to share with you all the latest details about this and also the expected new iPad mini release date and price. Every new iPad has the brand new design that we first got on the iPad Pro back in 2018. This design has been passed on to the iPad mini in 2021 and then finally the normal budget iPad in 2022. So, we have a mix of chipsets with M series for the iPad Pro and the iPad Air, and then for the iPad mini and also the budget iPads, we still have the A series like the A15 and the A14 chipset. So, for the next generation of iPad videos like this one you're watching going forwards, I'm going to first of all give you guys the latest on leaks and rumours that have come in. After that, we're going to do a summary of the actual release date of when we can get our hands on the new iPad mini. After that then we're going to also talk about the actual specs and also the price too for the latest generation of the model. So moving forwards, let's now talk about where we are with the iPad mini. So the iPad mini last got updated at the end of 2021 and we got a brand new design for the iPad mini with the 8.3 inch display, and like I said before, it's got that same design language of all the other iPads. We also got an A15 chipset inside it, so really this is the last time we had an update, and it is now looking that we are due a big upgrade now to the iPad mini. So moving on with the possibility of an A17 chipset inside, it does make a lot of sense for Apple to put an A17 inside the current designed iPad mini. Currently the iPad mini that we have at the moment has that A15 chipset inside it, was at the time in 2021 was the most up-to-date A series chipset you could get, and it was also the same chipset what you could get in some of the iPhone 13 models. Every time that Apple generally releases a new iPad mini, it does come with the most up-to-date A chipset that's out there. So it looks like going forward we will either get the A17 Pro inside of it, or even the potential of the A18 normal chip going inside this iPad mini, because at the end of the day it looks like the release of this model is going to be set to the end part of 2024, probably around the time of the iPhone 16 releases, and this is when those new A chips will come out around about that sort of time too. To answer that question, is the iPad mini going to get an M series chip like the M2 or the M3 inside it? It's most likely not going to be the case. The main reason behind this is the iPad mini, you've got to remember, is quite small. It's only like slightly larger than like say the iPhone 14 Pro Max for example, and with that basically the actual battery inside it's not the biggest, and you can imagine putting say an M2 inside it is going to drain that battery super fast. Obviously I've heard other people say, well, why don't you just put a binned version of say an M2 inversion, so one with a few less cores? Well, if we do that, you might as well just have yourself say the A17 chipset, because essentially this is what this is. Now just quickly, a quick note here, with leaks being early, and to be fair, any leaks even up to any of the iPad's release date that I show you guys, a lot of previous leaks for other Apple products have come true, and some of those videos or some of those actual leaks and things that have come through actually may have come through at a later time than we've actually believed, and also at the same time as well they can be misinterpreted based on the facts that the leakers have been told. So I only present to you of what have been told and shown to other leakers out there, and with that guys, no leak or rumour is 100% true until we see the final new iPad mini being shown officially from Apple. However, having said that, if you're like me and you're still watching this video, then you're as curious as I am in knowing what's being said about the next generation iPad mini, and you love to look forward to those latest leaks and rumours no matter what they are telling us. So next of all, let's talk about the release date, and remember that the iPad mini got refreshed in 2021, and specifically it was in September of that time, and it was around the same time that we got our hands on those brand new iPhone 13 models. But as that was over 2 years ago, like I said, and we're now on the iPhone 15 series, we do have the release of the next generation iPads coming out around about March or April 2024, but most likely this is going to be the actual iPad Air and also the iPad Pro with the M3. But for the Mac Mini, as you can see here, we were told it was going to be at the early part of 2024, but it's more likely it's now going to be at the end part of 2024, but not too far into that future. It's probably going to be more like around the time of the launch of the iPhone 16 models when they come out later on in around about September time, because we also get updates to the chipset too, and Apple might put the latest A18 or A18 Pro inside this iPad Mini too. However, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because when the exact release date is going to be coming clear, I'll be informing you guys on one of these videos.
So then guys, what I just want to quickly talk to you about is the channel giveaway, what is happening on this channel right now. So I'm going to be giving away this. This here is a MacBook Air M2, and it's not just any ordinary MacBook Air M2. In fact, it has some great upgrades. I'm just looking at the specs here. It's actually got 512 gigabytes storage inside of it, and also at the same time, it's been upgraded with 16 gigabytes of RAM, because as you know, in 2024, 8 gigabytes of RAM is not enough. And if you want to get your hands on this spec'd up MacBook Air, all you need to do is write down in the comments below of what Apple gear, what technology gear you're planning to get in 2024 to enter into this giveaway. And also at the same time as well, it's an international giveaway. Make sure if you are brand new here that you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because I'll be announcing when a live stream is going to be happening to reveal who the winner is of this MacBook Air, and you won't want to miss out on that. So make sure you do that right now. Now again, I'm going to have to say there's still loads of scammers, spammers, people impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp them, Telegram them, all sorts of things like this, and telling you to pay for shipping. This is not me. I'll be paying for shipping on this international giveaway. So please do ignore them, or better still, as you can see here, please do report them.
So then, with the latest leaks and release date out of the way, let's now move on to a summary of everything we know so far about the next generation iPad Mini and what it's going to bring us, and also tell you the prices too. So as I have said already in this video, the new iPad Mini, don't expect any big new design changes. Remember the last generation iPad Mini, or the current iPad Mini, we still have a brand new design what just came along, so don't expect any big changes there. So with that, we're going to get something very similar this time. We're going to get an 8.3 LCD Retina display with a resolution of 1488 by 2266, and there is also the possibility of Pro Motion being added for the first time with the iPad Mini. So this will be going up to a 120 Hz display, but this may not happen either. We may just get the standard 60 Hz display too. But as there are smaller tablets coming out now with a 120 Hz display, Apple may do this. But for the actual sort of baseline storage, there will probably be the same choices of 64 or 256 gigabyte storage options for it. And also we will be getting that A17 chipset, what will be a 6-core CPU, what is built up of 4 efficiency cores and 2 performance cores, and also a 5-core GPU, and of course there'll be 5G connectivity too. There will be 8 gigabytes of RAM inside this iPad Mini as well with that A17 chipset, and the body will be made out of aluminum or aluminium if you're here in the UK like me. And then also at the same time, we'll still have that Touch ID power button. There will be no Face ID on this iPad Mini. On the rear of the actual iPad, there will also still be that single camera, and then at the front we will also still get that center stage selfie camera, but you never know, that camera might also be moved to the landscape side too. The battery size is expected not really to change, so this will be a 5124 milliamp battery size. For prices though, we're expecting the 64 gigabyte version to come in at $499 US, and the 256 gigabyte model to come in at $650. And there we have it folks, that is a summary of the iPad Mini so far. Like I have said already throughout this video, Don't expect big changes with the iPad mini this year, and with my thoughts and wishes, I don't really expect too much to be actually happening with the iPad mini myself. I would like to see some new colours again, a new range, but I do think it is a little bit too early that we're going to get a brand new design or any big radical changes either added to the iPad mini. But let me know your thoughts too. Do you think there should be any big changes to the iPad mini? Put them down in the comments below. And also at the same time as well, guys, if you've enjoyed watching this video, please do press the like button, and if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.